It is the only one of its kind in Africa and the only digital arts-focused festival in Sub Saharan Africa. According to the organizers, it has also risen to prominence as a platform through which many young digital makers have launched their careers and developed skills in digital media and technology innovation. This is the Fakugesi African Digital Innovation Festival, which returns to Johannesburg from the 30th of August to the 8th of September with the theme Own Your Force. Well, to tell us more, we are joined in studio by Dr Tegan Bristow, who is the Fakugesi African Digital Innovation Festival Director. It's great to have you on Morning Live. Thank you so much for waking up early to make it.
It's good. Hi, Pearl. Morning.
Now, for people who have perhaps been living under a rock and they've got no idea what Fakugesi is, won't you quickly take us through the concept and how it came about?
Sure. So Fakugesi is actually 5 years old this year. We're very excited about that. It's a festival of culture, technology and innovation. We are supported by the city of Johannesburg and also through German Corporation and various international organizations, in fact. And it's really about using Braamfontein and Johannesburg as the center for where culture and creativity and technology can meet. We believe that for real innovation to take place, you have to be able to engage innovation and technology with culture. And with all the eyes on Africa at the moment, it is very important that young digital makers own their force and engage that space in a creative and critical and innovative way.
Now, technology changes every day. So does culture. So does, so many things that really influence our world today. How has the festival grown over the last 5 years, the more technology advances and the more this digital space grows?
So this is, like, for me, one of my favorite questions, actually, because when we started in 2014, the scene was super, super small. We were mostly looking at gaming and animation. This year, we've gone so far. We're looking at virtual reality. We've expanded our gaming work to include enormous amounts of cross-sector work. So we're beginning to look at how screenwriting and animation and music can intersect with gaming. Our VR focus is beautiful. Our VR focus is across Africa with very special focus on studios in South Africa that are working. So Electric South, Eden Labs, TMRW Gallery. And the kinds of people that we are getting now are basically like the super nerdy coders, and then there's super, super sexy digital designers that you see all around the city coming together to basically take over and just transform what Africa looks like from a digital perspective.
Sure. I understand that the program directors took a break from annual programming and, looked at producing smaller programs last year. Why was this?
So we had kind of stepped back a little bit from ourselves, and we were thinking about a theme last year that was very much about traditional culture. And we did a much more focused, kind of almost intimate encounter with people that are looking at traditional culture and also looking at technology culture. So our program was actually quite big. We did a big exhibition with the Wits Art Museum, and then a focused conference talking about how what we called it was vernacular algorithms. How do we start looking at vernacular practices and vernacular things like language, but also in culture, and where that meets algorithmic thinking? So it was quite specific. So we kind of made it quite intimate last year. And this year we've gone back to our big bang public programming.
And so what can people expect? What is in store for those people who are coming through this year, who are excited to see what's all the exciting things that will be happening?
So we actually started this weekend already, and we've run a series of workshops this whole weekend. Actually, there's still workshops today. And we've got an exhibition on, so people can come to Braamfontein, to the precinct, the Tsimologong precinct, but also other spaces around Braam, and they can come and see VR, and they can come and see beautiful digital art. They can attend workshops. From Monday, we're doing a cross-sector game jam, so a game jam specifically looking at cross-sector work. From Tuesday, we're launching the most beautiful games arcade, of games from Africa and from the global south, so South America and Africa specifically. So people can come and play games, actually, they're great. And then from Wednesday, we've got a very special focus on animation. There's a whole day that focuses on animation and how animation is being used basically to tell the stories of Africa, but also things like how even the SABC will be doing a special speaking with us on Wednesday about how they're beginning to commission local animated work. And then from Thursday and Friday, we're working with the Goethe Institute on a conference called the Cultural Economies Digital Innovation Conference, which really begins to look at the questions of own your force and what that means.
Yes, and that's a big theme this year.
So I've actually got something really exciting I wanted to show you.
Please
so
do.
for people who know the festival and who are in Braam, so our little poster, which you can see on the screen as well, but it's also in our program, is actually an augmented reality piece.
Yes.
So if you point your phone on it and use the Artivive app, this incredibly beautiful poem that was written by an artist called Miss Emma comes up, and she kind of embodies this female own your force being. I could demo for you.
And we can also see the female figure, yes, very quickly.
Show you a demo for you. Do you mind holding it?
Sure.
It's a bit strange, but kind of fun. So basically what we have is an app called Artivive. And if I point it at the poster...
It's inevitable to be...
Oh, sorry. Let's
when your name has been extracted from your tongue and its gravitas unearthed from your mind. With fragments in our hands, attempted recreating
That is the
beauties
poem.
lost to the sleeping moon, Africa.
So I'll leave it
That
there.
is incredible.
But basically, if you use the app and point it at the poster, any of the posters that you see around Joburg, you get to hear the poem, which is just amazing and cool.
This is why we love augmented reality, innovation, digital technology. It just makes things so much more exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
And all
Thank
the
you.
best.
Yay.
All right, we've just spoken to Dr. Tegan Bristow, is the Fakugesi African Digital Innovation Festival Director, which has already begun. It started on the 30th of August and will go up until the 8th of September. And the theme, Own Your Force. Of course, all of this is happening at the Tsumulogong Innovation Precinct in Braamfontein. Time for a quick break.